I took my friend David Bruce, but we call him Brucey, to Madrid for the Liverpool-Tottenham Champions League final, because we both support Liverpool, because I thought I could get him tickets because I'm so famous. Turns out, not that famous. So no tickets. But we're in Madrid, and all the bars are, like, rammed. So my friend, who I told I had tickets, he's got the full kit on. I really let him down. And there was one bar that I knew some Liverpool fans were in, but the queue was out the door. So I had to turn to my friend, who is diabetic, and I said to him, you're going to have to fake having a hypo so we can jump the queue. And he's like, in the diabetic community, that's like, you don't do that. I was like, no, people have done worse. Think of Michael Jackson. So for me, he faked having a hypo. We got into the pub. They'd given him a sugary drink to deal with his blood sugar levels. That then fucked his blood sugar levels. So my friend Brucey in the pub had an actual hypo. We then went back to the hotel. I then got more drunk in the hotel while he sorted out his hypo. I then went back to the pub. I don't remember the rest of it. He had to get me home. And as I woke up the next again day in a hotel in Madrid and I had to turn to my diabetic friend, did we win?
The man's a lightweight. He can't handle a cola. Come on.
Mystery guest, please reveal yourself.
No, who is it?
Who's it gonna be?
No way!
Brucey, I mean, what an absolute douche.
Yeah, no, dickhead.
Unbelievable. What happened?
So basically what's happened is we're off to Madrid to watch the football.
Yes.
Supposed to have tickets.
Did he pay for you all?
Did he fuck?
No.
I was sitting there thinking the whole concept of arrange the trip was interesting, but...
He booked the flights and the hotel.
Invited someone else to sleep on the floor.
Oh, yeah, I invited Gareth to sleep on the floor.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I met a guy in the bar, we got along. Interesting side note about Gareth, came to Spain for 2 days, only brought a bum bag with a change of pants.
Then, so yeah, we're supposed to go to the game. We don't go to the game.
Of course you don't, because he hasn't got tickets.
It's now getting close to game time. Everywhere's full.
Yeah.
We then get a message saying, come to this pub. Can't get in. Someone comes out. First of all, they try to do the old lick the hand and pass the stamp over.
Oh,
yeah, I forgot about that as well. Remember when someone get a stamp to get into a club?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd lick the stamp and put it onto the other person?
Oh, I never did
And then we did that, and then we walked to the front, and the security guy was like, I just watched you.
Brucey, this sounds to me like an absolute duff weekend so far.
The real timing of this is the combination of the heat, the stress, the beer, the totally inappropriate pressure from my friend caused me to actually have a hypo as we were going into...
Oh, yeah.
So maybe it was karma.
So you had 2?
So I had about 5 that night, actually.
Oh, Brucey.
But at least he's alive.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I'd be on this show now going, and then he died.
He's never apologised.
No, certainly not, actually.
Ian!
I am so sorry.
Thank you very much.
Oh, Brucey.
Oh, what a nice...
Big thank you to Brucey.
I have a very good friend who has been with me through a lot.
Right.
And he is a brilliant theatre maker, storyteller, great actor. And I went to his show and I was front row to be supportive and I fell asleep.
If you were bored, you should have had a wank like Nish would have.
The venue was too small.
Has he spotted?
I'm in the front row. It's a 50-seater venue. But in my defence, I had just come off touring, so I was very tired.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hang on. That noise means there's somebody in our booth. Please reveal yourself. Booth person.
Is that your friend? Oh, my God.
Oh, James, hi. Now, tell us,
There's some fact-checking that may
Right,
be
go
worth
on.
doing. Well, so it was sort of the culmination of about 4 or 5 years' work for me. And so it was very important to me that someone who's inspired my work, has been a part of sort of creating it, came to see it. And he maybe had come off tour, but also had been up all night taking ketamine and shagging.
That is a tour. I woke up for the important parts.
Yeah, so I did. At the very end, I got naked. And that was... Reuben woke up like a dog smelling a sausage. Almost immediately as I took my pants off...
Lovely. He was
there was
awake.
movement on the front row where there hadn't been any for 3 hours.
James, has Reuben ever apologised?
Reuben tried to apologise to me and was like, I'll cast you in this cabaret show I'm doing. And I went and did the dry run-through in the afternoon. And then Reuben fired me before the show.
Right there. Well done, Reuben. Well done. Thank you so much to our mystery guest, James. Dan?
Yeah, this one's quite bad, to be honest.
Right.
My sister, Phoebe, we get on really well now, but we used to hate each other. And once she came home, she must have only been about 10 at the time, and she always really liked drinking out of weird things. She's always really liked, like, weird glasses, and she had this glass that she'd bought, and it was like a jar with a handle, right? And at the time, she was thrilled that she'd got this glass, but she was also being a knob, like, and she was annoying me. And again, I thought, I won't react now, I'll make a mental note.
You like to do that,
I
don't
do,
you?
it's psychopathic, to be honest, isn't it? So weeks later, everyone was out of the house, and yeah, long story short, towel around the glass, hammer, boom, see you later. No! Yeah, just smashed the glass.
That's really harsh, I'm sorry, that's getting a wrong gong from me. That's getting a wrong gong.
That's what I
well
did
done,
to the
Dan.
glass.
Extra
Okay, yeah.
points.
Yeah,
That's just...
I've never told anyone that.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know. She
doesn't
She does now, yeah, she does now. Sorry, Phoebe.
That noise signals there's somebody in the booth. Reveal yourself immediately, mysterious person. I can't wait a second more. Who is it?
No.
It's Dan's sister, Phoebe.
I didn't know she was coming, you little shit. You know about the glass?
Yeah, I'm telling Mum.
You go and tell him. Did you ever do anything to him that was like that?
No, I don't think I did.
That is bollocks. You're a nasty little girl. And you used to play up to Mum and Dad and they would never think you do anything wrong. Would you admit that you did that now on television?
Yeah, I was a little bit more malicious and evil. I do it behind. I didn't get caught, whereas you were just stupid.
Hang on, Phoebe.
She'd cry. Honestly, Carol, she would cry, and then when Mum would hug her, she would go... Yeah, your glass is smashed, unlucky.
No, but Phoebe, sorry, there's something very sinister about Dan wrapping it in a towel.
I agree.
It's sinister, isn't
it
it?
is. Because it isn't just throwing it out the window.
No, it's wrapping it in a towel.
I know.
It's forethought. It's kind of,
You cannot talk about towels.
That's very true, boys. Oh, thank you, and lovely to see you. Phoebe.
I actually didn't know she was here.
Oh, that's nice.
Ruby, can we have your big sorry, please?
So when I got pregnant, I married my husband because I had one egg left. One egg coming down the pipeline. So I got pregnant, but I didn't read the manuals. You know, you're supposed to read that thing. And my waters broke, actually, in an Indian restaurant on a man next to me because it was a bench, and I went, surf's up. Anyway.
Ruby, do you know what a Ruby Murray is?
Oh, it's a curry.
No, it's Andy Murray's auntie.
What the fuck was that? What in the name of God did I just sit through?
So I go to the hospital, I know nothing. They gave me...
Wait, that's not the person you want to apologise to.
So they give me a cesarean because, you know, I still want to do my blow the ping pong ball act. You know, I got a career. he's born, and I knew nothing. I'm in a room with a woman, and I don't know what to do, so I keep waking her up at night and saying, when there's like, you know, what's the stuff?
Yeah.
What's all the skin on his, you know, I didn't know anything, and at one point, I really didn't want to have my breasts touched. So she was milking hers, and I kind of put him near her breast. And then she woke up and she said, I want her out of here. So I said to the nurses, no, it's okay, because I thought they recognized me from television. I don't need my own room, I'll share with her. And they said, no, she wanted you out of there. I apologized to that woman.
Wow.
I need to apologise to a neighbour, Brenda. And I need to doubly apologise because I'm not even sure if that's her name. A few years ago, we had a fabulous dog called Brody, a rescue dog. And Brody was old and infirm and had got into very bad habits. Every night, Brody would go for its last walk of the day on its own. So we'd just walk up to the bus stop, have a quick wee, and then come home again. And then one night, Brody didn't come home. So we're all panicking, and we're looking in lanes and skips and gardens and everything, and my daughters are putting up posters of the dog on trees, and we're distraught. And 3 days later, still no sign of the dog, so we're totally prepared for the worst. So one of my daughters doesn't give up. She goes online, she finds this lost dog website, and there's Brody looking out at us. Overweight dog found in such and such an area.
Wow.
And it's our dog, and so we're delighted. And there's a number there. So we ring the number, and it's this lady, Brenda. She was a leading member of the dog community. So our dog had a little mini break.
Like Wayne.
Like Wayne. With Brenda, against its will.
Yeah.
So we rang the number, the dog was returned. She scolded us a little bit for, you know, allowing the dog to do this sort of thing. And we were just delighted to see the dog. But anyway, a few days later, I was on a radio show in Ireland, on national radio, and the presenter happened to mention that he'd got a new dog. And he asked me, like, did we ever have a dog? And I said, funny you should ask. Last week, my dog was kidnapped. And then I kind of embellished the story for comic effect and talked about the 3 or 4 days my dog was in captivity and imagining like what it got up to and all that sort of thing. And I got home about an hour later and I was delighted with myself thinking, you know, that went really well.
Smashed it. National
Smashed
radio.
It. Yeah.
Hilarious.
The country thinks I'm hilarious.
Hilarious.
And an hour later, the doorbell rings. And it's Brenda. And I run and hide behind the washing machine. And it's my safe space. And my wife answers the door and she goes, oh, he's inside, come on in. And so Brenda comes into our house and I come out from behind the washing machine and I go, it's yourself. She's really upset. Like she said that I humiliated her on national radio and I trashed her reputation in the dog community. And all for the sake of a cheap laugh. So.
And now we're doing it again.
I know.
I may have kidnapped a friend of mine on a special day.
Oh.
One of my other friends, Oddie, we called Wayne up because we wanted to go drinking. He said no because it was his anniversary with his partner. And we thought, he's lying. So we drove round to his house and we thought we're not going to give him a chance to explain and lie to us more. So we literally knocked on the door and the moment he opened it, we just grabbed him and threw him in the car and drove off. And we drove from London to Northampton. And he protested a lot. We were like, look, we're like a solid 50 miles away now. We could let you out here, but you're not getting home, so you might as well enjoy yourself. And then we took him back the next day, and it turns out he was telling the truth. And when we kidnapped him, she was apparently upstairs in the shower getting ready, so must have just come down, and he wasn't there.
Wow.
And,
God, that explains what's happened to so many of my ex-boyfriends.
we took him before he could grab his phone, so they're not together now. But in fairness, he's now married with 2 children, so really, I kind of did that, so...
Well, Emmanuel, is this something you do often? I mean, is this some service you provide? Because I have a lot of enemies that I want to get rid of.
Yeah.
And you never said sorry to him?
What for?
Mystery guest, please reveal yourself. Oh, who's it gonna be? It's Wayne. Right, Wayne, give us the ruddy lowdown on Northampton's night spots.
It was my anniversary, a special anniversary, and I booked a restaurant, cab was on its way. I opened the door and I'm greeted by him with a big grin on his face. Next thing I know, I'm in the back of a car on the way to Northampton, and then I don't come back until the next day.
What did she say, your girlfriend?
Yeah.
The golf clubs are in the front room, so when I come home, I've met eyes with her, and the golf clubs are there. I was that close to getting killed by a 7-8.
Oh, wow.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I think we're waiting for an apology of some sort.
Oh, I really don't want to. Oh. Wayne, I can't.
No.
I really tried to then as well. I really want to be sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much for coming. Wayne, everybody!
One of my best friends, Nathan Sussex.
Thanks for the full name, Carol.
Lovely. We used to, before I got sacked from the BBC, do a radio show together on a Saturday. So he was getting married to Jamie.
Right.
So we were talking about this wedding for, at least 2 years, right? So, and these enormous, like, Ukrainian roses were coming in and they were shipping in, and then it was China was the save the date card, everything. We talk about it on the show. It's like, I knew every detail about this wedding.
Yeah.
Day of the wedding, we all turn up. There are about 200 of us, and it was so over the top, so camp. It was just magnificent. At 9 o'clock, they had to change the big room round for the disco. There was another 100 people coming.
What?
Yeah. So we talked about our outfits for, like, months. Yeah. So I had this green rhinestone dress on for the day. I got this latex black dress, you know, and the long gloves and all of this for the nighttime do.
Wow.
So they're going, oh, we can't wait. So all my gay friends going, off here, go, oh, we're just going to change. I get to my room, I think, I'll just have a little power nap. I'll just nod off for 5 minutes. 6 hours later, I'd missed the disco, I'd missed the fireworks, which would make, like, Sydney Bridge look like nothing on New Year's Eve. They'd been knocking on my door. No. I had, like, 273 messages on my phone. They could find me.
Boards!
I know. I've felt completely shamefaced ever since.
Carol Snorderman. My friend slept through a funeral.
What?
Yeah, it's been 4.5 years now.
Mystery guest, please reveal yourself. Come out of the booth. Who's it gonna be?
Who's it?
I love you, babe.
I haven't seen him since I got sacked.
She's left me.
I love him.
Now, Nathan.
Right, come on.
Can I just say, your wedding sounds absolutely incredible.
Oh, you should have seen it. I mean... Honestly, it was like Dynasty on crack. Wasn't it?
She doesn't know.
We were a bit late having dinner, and there was a costume change.
Yes, we heard.
So it was glitz and glam in the evening. Oh. Right? She goes upstairs. Where's Carol? Everyone says. I don't know. I was running around in a garter and a tiara. I didn't know where she was. so we had the first dance, fireworks. Not even a Catherine wheel could wake this bitch up. She was fast asleep. She was like this upstairs in her room. Honest to God.
Nathan, literally the hours passed. Were you just kind of looking at your watch thinking, well, it's 2 in the morning, where's
I thought she'd gone home. I thought, oh, do you know what? She's had a lovely day. She needs a nana nap lover. Come on, she's getting on.
Nathan, what is that in your...
Right, OK, so I had this cake made.
It could have been one of your something borrowed.
Yes.
Yeah, but you missed this.
I did.
I look like shit on a stick the next morning, right? She comes out bright as a daisy in her leggings,
Of course,
looking really
she said
fresh.
she had a full 9-hour kip, for God's sake. So good. Nathan, thank you so much. So lovely.
This happened last year. I was filming my travel show, and we were in a lovely hotel in Scotland, and one of the waitresses who worked there, I liked her. Small, feminine brunette. Basically, my type is me. So, one night we were having dinner, I needed a wee. So I went into the disabled toilet and the door handle broke in my hand. So I was locked in and it gave me a little cut. So I thought, shit, I'm gonna die here. And I was knocking and being like, help, help. And the waitress who I fancied was like, hello, are you okay? And I thought, this is my opportunity. So I got the cut on my hand and I made it bigger. So she got me out and was like, oh no, let me get the first aid kit. And I thought, this is great. I found my wife. Amazing. And the director was like, oh God, will we have to cancel tomorrow's shoot? And I went, if we cancel it, would we stay in this hotel? And the director was like, if you need to go to A&E, we'll go there, then we'll go straight back to London. And I was like, straight back to London, but that it's absolutely fine.
That's our mystery guest alarm. Don't be shy, mystery guest. Do come out of the booth, please.
Do you think it was going to be the waitress?
Tom, you were the director on that shoot, am I right?
Yeah.
So, from your perspective, how were things looking?
Well, I mean, it was stressful at the time, and it was immediately outrageous when it was clear what was going on, I think.
But I was like, right, I got locked in the bathroom toilet, my hand is bleeding, I'm in the middle of nowhere with someone boring. I'm gonna get a shock out of it.
This is so different to Shirley's experience with Nigel.
Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance? That's not cocaine, by the way, Tom.
Okay.
I know, you know, it's telly and everything. It is just flour. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, our mystery guest, Tom.
you remember when you were kids and you had baths together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
So me and just random men.
His 6 uncles.
Yeah, who weren't related. No, it was my older brother, then it would be my little sister, and then me. And we used to have this, like, cup. And we used to fill up and we'd drink and we'd pass it around like that.
We did it with the flannel. So you dunk the flannel.
Yeah.
You drink
but on your
off
own.
the flannel.
On your own.
And then you pass the flannel.
Yeah. Anyway, and the cup came to me and I peed in it. And it went back to my sister and she drank it.
Was it just absolute 100% wee in the cup, or was it mixed in with the bathwater?
It doesn't matter. My sister got given that Nintendo Wii game. Do you remember that one that was amazing, that you could play tennis and stuff like that on? Yeah, she wouldn't give it to me to play, and I was really upsetting. There's something called cupcaking where you can fart into your hand and you put it on someone's face. And I did it to my sister when she was playing the Wii, and I cupcaked her, and she threw up onto the TV.
Hang on, is this the same sister that you made drink the Wii?
Yes!
In the bar?
Same one.
You fart, and then... Oh, hang on. That klaxon means there's somebody else coming out of the booth. Will you reveal yourself, please? Person in the booth. Emily Lang, Jamie's sister! Emily! Right, Emily.
I mean, fuck the cupcake. You made me drink piss.
You don't remember that? Do you remember that little red cup we had in the bath?
In the bath?
Yeah.
Oh, it happened recently.
The red cup, Emily, do you remember?
No, I don't. I've blocked it out, clearly.
Talk to us about the cupcaking.
If you've seen something so quickly shift from utter joy to complete terror in a man's eyes, it's when he cupcaked me. He was laughing so much, and then he did it, and it was like, there was silence. Yeah. We were in Canada as well, weren't we? It wasn't even our TV.
Actually, my brother didn't cupcake me. He used to just pin me down on the ground like that and then put his bum in my face and let rip.
Don't you remember you did that and then I peed on the floor?
We're always peeing and pooping. That's what we're doing.
Oh, Emily Lang, everybody. Thank you so much. Lovely to see you, Emily. Oh, she's full, man.
I need to apologise to Stuart, who was a contestant on a show called La Bamba.
Hang on, is that a sort of precursor to Love Island?
So, similar, right? Oh. So it was my first presenting job, and I'd convinced my best friend to be a contestant because the prize was a holiday to Mexico. And I said, if you win and hook up with a bloke, then maybe I can also come as the host. We'll ditch him. We have a holiday. So my friend, Kat, she was like, oh, all right then. I've got nothing to do. So she comes. She's amazing and she's got a brilliant personality and she wins.
Oh, well done, Kat.
And she wins
Lovely.
With Stuart. And then they say, right, Al, you can go to Mexico as long as you film how they got on. So off we went to Mexico, me, Kat and Stuart, and basically it was really hot. And there was a function on the camera, which there was just this sun that kept appearing. Basically, the camera's overheated, I think. I thought, well, there's nothing I can do, sorry, can't film anymore. So they had 3 seconds of dancing. That was it. Anyway, we went to a nightclub in Cancun, and these men said to me and my friend, come on, girls, you go and dance on the podium. And we were like, no, thank you. We just from Wales, shut up. And they were like, if you dance on the podium, we'll buy you some drinks. We were like, all right, then. So,
straight up.
And then it got a bit creepy. So we thought, this is not for us. So we pushed on a door, which was a fire escape, and the fire escape went into a shopping centre, which was attached to the nightclub, where we spent the night because the shopping centre was closed. And we never saw Stuart again.
What a story.
So, yeah.
Joel, who do you owe an apology to and why?
I think I owe an apology to my wife because we just recently had a baby and I hate spending money. Like, I really...
You're mega tight.
But we were lucky enough to go private for the birth.
Oh, you get a duvet and stuff like that.
You get a duvet in hospital.
Yeah. A sheet and a blanket, and then they kick you down the hallway and say, "All the best, push it out."
It's most money I've ever spent in my life on nothing. And so I wanted to get the most for my money as possible.
The birth of his first child. I want to make sure I'm getting everything I've paid for.
Can you give birth to it? Can you put it back in and then get it out again? That'd be fantastic, thank you. But it was a very long birth. It was about 36 hours. At some point, you know, we were very much in the zone. We're there, just having contractions. My wife's being incredible, and it's all happening. And this lovely lady comes in, and she sort of hands me a menu. And I'm like, is this included? And she's like, yes. And so I picked the most expensive thing I could sort of see. And I'm going to say another 4 hours later, Hannah's then really in the throes of it all. Gown is off, it's just contractions are happening. I'm there just going, it's going to be OK. And every contraction takes you closer to your baby. Then that's pretty much the moment where a duck with red wine jus arrives. I made the whole room stink of duck, and then we both had a tiny little nap, as you do, just before you're about to do this big push thing. Hannah woke up from a nap, and they were like, it's now time. The doctor said,
She's got to go for it.
Time, you've got to push, you've got to go for it. Your child is going to be born. And Hannah was like, OK, I'm ready. And she looked around, and I was not in the room. And she had to be like, where's Joel? And the doctor then had to say to her, he's next door having a lamb shank.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Amazing.
Did you have any pudding?
I did. They gave me an ice cream.
Joel, I need to ask you one thing.
Yes.
Did you cut the cord before or after the cognac and cigars?
In fact, I cut the cord with a cigar cutter.
Mystery guest, please reveal yourself. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it?
What are you doing here? What are you doing here? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Omid. Omid,
I'm so relieved, but where's the baby?
He's having a lamb shank at home.
Hannah, I've got to say, 9 weeks after having a baby, I mean, you look absolutely bloody radiant. Yeah. There's a whistle.
A wolf whistle's a step too far.
Right, Hannah, you were there giving it your absolute blooming all. I mean, it is really hard work there, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you're looking over and he's got blooming duck jus. Did he have the full napkin and the silver cutlery?
It was the cloche.
There was a cloche?
There was a cloche.
You never told us.
There was a cloche. I was trying to play it down. There was a cloche.
You can't play down a cloche. That really did it for me. But the funny thing is that he paints it to me like this emotional Last Supper, just him on his own. Like, he literally says, I was eating that ice cream and just thinking, my life's about to change.
Hannah, he needs the gong. Let's give him the wrong gong. Extra points.
I love this.
No, I have to say, Hannah, and this is absolutely true, I remember giving birth and being in that stage where I was bellowing like a cow. I was literally going, go, 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 like that. I looked over to where my husband was. He turned around and he was shaking with laughter.
I can imagine, Mel, if you're at that point where you're like, go, go, and someone comes in and goes, anyone for the duck?
think you got me a ham sandwich that was left so long. Yeah,
I know,
a ham sandwich.
but it's just easily collectible to put in the mouth. Because I felt like you would have spilt the jus. We needed to know what was bodily fluids and what was jus.
Hang on. He had duck with jus out of a cloche, and you had a ham sandwich out of a machine. That's another rock song for Joel Dommett.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's apologised.
I'm really sorry. I love you.
Aw.
I love our child, and you're a wonderful mother.
Everybody, thank you so much, Hannah.
Thank you.
I love you. Darling.
Very funny.